Welcome everybody. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today for the gorgeous Gemini May horoscope. Well, March and April, there wasn't that much going on in the heavens until Pluto went retrograde on the 27th of April, okay, and then things sort of changed a bit. But this month, as well as Pluto being retrograde, we have a lot of other things happening as well, generally speaking. So I'll just give you a very quick overview. So we've got Jupiter changing signs. It's actually going into Pisces, and this will affect your 10th house. This is the house of your career. Whatever Jupiter touches, it likes to expand. So you may find that you might not be as happy as you could be with your current job, but career is more than just your current everyday job. It's that sort of job that really makes your heart sing and that you feel happy at work and you find it personally fulfilling. So if you're not in that circumstance at work at the moment, you may really feel like you need to branch out and find something that is more suited to your talents. It also affects your reputation and social status. You may become more well known, and people approve of your message, for example. We have a lunar eclipse on the 26th of May in Capricorn in your 7th house of committed relationships. So there's some sort of shake-up there, and there's a transformation going on with that. So just keep a lookout. And these are significant relationships, not just, friends or casual relationships, but relationships that you've been in for a long time, or perhaps, a really significant person like a husband or partner, or maybe somebody that you work with that you've worked with for a very long time. We have Mercury retrograde right at the end of the month on the 31st until June 21 in Gemini in your sign. So this is likely to affect you quite strongly, okay, Gemini, because you're a Gemini. And so Mercury retrograde brings misunderstandings sometimes. It can play havoc with technology. It likes to crash your computer, your telephone and things like that, or maybe even your internet. So it's always a good idea to back up all your devices before these dates. But these dates, I need to tell you, there's a thing called the shadow period. So Mercury actually, the effects of Mercury going retrograde are actually up to a week or 10 days before the 31st of May, and then they sort of last a little bit longer than June 21, but they're getting less and less every day, okay, and that's also another week or 10 days or something like that. So in those shadow periods, if you've got anything really important to do, as well as when Mercury is actually retrograde full on, and you can put it off, it's probably better to put it off. But having said that, it's not all bad news, because Mercury retrograde likes you to complete things that you started before it went retrograde. If you started something a few months ago and you couldn't finish, you're knitting a jumper and you couldn't finish it, for example, then you might get the bug to go back and finish all of the outstanding projects. Sometimes we have like 3 or 4 projects on the go. I know I do. Okay, and Pluto retrograde from the 27th of April to the 6th of October in Capricorn in your 8th house of other people's money. So it's sort of mixed, because it can be birth, death, rebirth, and the phoenix rises again with Pluto retrograde. And so you might find in your 8th house it's to do with other people's money or intimacy. And there could be a death and then a rebirth of sorts in those areas. Okay, it's a very deep. The 8th house is very deep. It's ruled by Scorpio, ruled by Pluto, and you may find that you feel like you're being sort of taken down to a really deep level in the ocean or something like that. Alrighty, let's get on. If you are new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Go on, do it. Alright, let's get on now to your horoscope and have a look at what's going on for you in depth. All right, so we've got the 3rd of May to the 11th of July. Mercury in your first house in your sign. Speak out and let your voice be heard on matters that are important to you. You may be feeling more keen and alert than usual. Express yourself clearly and well. This is an excellent time to initiate discussions and to listen to other people. You know, when you communicate, listening is at least half of the energy should be. You may also express yourself through your appearance, and your identity becomes clearer to both yourself and other people. Now, so that is right at the end there. It's up to the 11th of July that goes, but then we've got Mercury retrograde from the 31st of May to June 21. So I'll talk more about that next month, because it's mostly next month, okay? 7th of May to the 2nd of June, Venus in your first house as well. So there's Mercury, there's Venus, which I've pinned in there. And there's a lot of desire for harmony, beauty and peace. And you may wish to avoid unpleasantness. You may prefer to use charm, gentle coaxing and loving persuasion to get what you really want. Because Venus doesn't really like direct, forceful action. When there's nice ways to go around about things, they, you know, people with a lot of Venusian energy will tend to use a nice way if possible. Pleasure and affection are more important than work, okay? Then we have 23rd of April to the 31st of May, Uranus conjuncts the Sun. I actually like this because it gives a really strong need for freedom, independence and individuality. It's time to break free of tedium and boredom. I agree with that, absolutely. Bring something exciting into your life, and you can do this by breaking old belief patterns. Do be sort of careful when you break things, okay? Think about the consequences, you know. But yeah, some things do need to break. This, however, is, you know, I find it a very beneficial influence, even if your patience is wearing thin, and because it's designed to change things and shake things up in your life. You may leave a job or a relationship, or you could relocate or look for more freedom in some way. You're likely to be more daring and bold than usual, and it's like a young, free spirit is emerging within you. It's emerging up into the light, and it needs room to move and breathe. Your physical body could pay the price if you don't allow this spirit to come up, you know, this energy to come up, if you want to hold on to the past too much. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. Then we have on May 11th, new moon here in your sign. This is all about new beginnings, and it's a great time to plant new seeds and grow your core beliefs. You can be more perceptive and pick up the emotional currents of those people around you more easily than usual. Don't react from habit, from automatically responding to situations. You might think about changing your appearance also. 26th of May, we have a full moon here in your 7th house, but on the 27th it moves into the 8th house of other people's money and intimacy and joins Pluto there. And opposite, you'll see we have Mars here in your 2nd house of finances. So there is quite likely to be something going on with your money this month, because you've got the 2nd house and the 8th house activated, okay? So you could have a lot of motivation to make money or get money or something like that, but Pluto brings, you know, some really deep stuff, like I said before, death and rebirth, and then with a lunar eclipse in there on the 27th, there's likely to be, you know, some sort of big shake-up there, which will affect your money in some way, or your hopes of money, okay? So here it was a new moon here in your sign, brings the seeds, because it's a new moon, so it brings the beginnings of new identity and core beliefs. Okay, so what did I get up to? I got sidetracked. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, Jupiter in your 10th house. Okay, up here. This is exciting because this is all about the career that you love. And if you're not doing that, then this is trying to push you on to doing it, basically. And so this is also your reputation and your social status. So from the 5th of May to the 28th of July, there are likely to be opportunities for advancement in life and especially your career. You may receive public recognition, basically, which enhances your reputation. You could achieve something important now. And you could become much more aware of what you need to do in order to be successful. If you feel cramped or restricted in any way, now is definitely the time to broaden your horizons, especially in your career. Now, I started to say before about the full moon in the 7th house and moving into the 8th house, May 26th. It's important to feed your relationships, especially those important close relationships, and pay special attention to the women in your life, because your female connections are being transformed now with this lunar eclipse. Your relationships with partners such as your husband, wife, business partner, life partner are highlighted for change. Subconscious forces could influence your committed relationships, and any legalities could also undergo significant change. Female relatives or the public may also feature strongly, and also your mother. There might be, some changes around your own mother, because the moon is associated not only with the feminine but also with the mother energies. 5th of May to the 23rd of May, Jupiter squares your ascendant. So there's likely to be some sort of promising opportunity, and it might seem like a real deal, almost too good to be true. So here you have to be a little careful because you could be filled with confidence. And I'm not saying it's not going to work out, because there is the possibility of a very strong upside, but you still need to do your research because in reality it can go either way. So there are new avenues for success now. Do watch for overconfidence and being overly optimistic about the results. Investigate the situation and avoid wild speculation whilst moving forward in your life. So it could still work out quite well if you, cross all your T's and dot all your I's. 24th of May to the 7th of July, Uranus trines the moon. This is a great influence because it brings more spontaneity into your life. You may be feeling uninhibited. Your sense of humour is on fire, and you could be generally just more fun to be around. Spend this time having fun socialising with friends and family. Games, frolicking and laughing are on your agenda now. Well done. We need more of that in the world. You're living in the world of the inner child who wants to be happy, so allow yourself extra time for these fun activities. Let some fresh air into your life and rejuvenate yourself. It's a great time to improve your home, your everyday life. Watch less TV and do more exciting things. Experiment by going somewhere different. Listen to different music, play a different sport. And interestingly, old interests may come back. Maybe you used to do something before you got married, for example, and you gave it up for some reason, and now it might come back, So something you used to love could come back. It's time to shift your attitude. And then we have here from the 19th of May to the 20th of June, the sun moves into your sign. So this is fabulous. And happy birthday to all of those gorgeous Geminis coming up. So the sun in this first house leads you to make a strong statement to the world about who you really are. People recognise the real you and approve of your message. You may feel more confident and optimistic than usual. You may even feel happy for no particular reason. Your self-esteem increases and your life seems to be going more smoothly now. You may want to show your true identity, change your style, hair, makeup and clothing to be more authentic. Okay, and the lucky last influence, I'll talk about this aspect that I have been talking about for a few months now, from the 26th of May to the 10th of July, keeps going on and on, is Uranus squares Saturn. Now, this one's a bit difficult because these two planets have totally different agendas. So Uranus is innovative, scientific, optimistic, likes to do unusual things, strike like a lightning bolt out of the blue. It can bring, some people say bad luck, but it can also bring good luck, like buying a lottery ticket and winning a prize or something like that. It's just all about unpredictability. Saturn is the opposite in a sense, in that it likes to be conservative, it likes to be traditional, delay things, go cautiously, be slow, because it wants to, check everything out. So it can be a difficult time when things do their own thing and not yours, not what you want to do, what they want to do. They go their own course. Your life can also become hectic and quickly disorganized, so you have to work to stay on top of everything. Allow yourself to experiment a little bit, as I said before, with that other influence about Uranus trine the moon. Go to different restaurants, go to different places, do different things, okay? Because that helps, sort of gives this energy an outlet, time to get some new experiences under your belt. It's difficult sometimes with this Uranus square Saturn to stay on a diet or to be steadfastly disciplined, but do try new things. It's a great time for that. You can still appreciate the safety of tradition, old habits and belief systems, while adding inspiration and flexibility into your life. It's time to be more innovative and a bit unpredictable. Okay, and I should have put that like that so you could see what was going on in case you want to write anything down. Okay, and I'll just leave that there for a moment, but in the meantime I'll just close my eyes and see what I can see for gorgeous Geminis in May 2021. I've got the full moon here in my face. So this is and it is a lunar eclipse, so naturally it's a very strong influence this month, but because I'm seeing it, that sort of gives me more confidence in saying how strong these effects in your 7th house of significant relationships and your 8th house of other people's money and intimacy. Okay, so a big shake up there. They're saying, I'm hearing the words, it's coming out, something's coming out. So it could be that something was pushed down or hidden, maybe a secret, or maybe just your feelings, and it just comes out. And also be careful, they're saying, because it could become public. Okay, well, we do have, when you have a lot of activity up here in the top of the chart, this is where things are more likely to be more public. And so that's sort of what I'm seeing actually, blends in with all of this activity up here, especially with Jupiter moving. So something could be public. Do be careful on social media that you don't overshare or say too much and then regret it later. Okay, closing my eyes. Yeah, see, with the moon over here, the moon likes some privacy, so you really, if you can, try and get some privacy and quiet time this month so you can think about what's going on in your relationship and what's going on with your money, or it could be your partner's income as well here. All right, now I'll close my eyes again. Okay, what else do I see for gorgeous Geminis in May 2021? Okay, I do see a cross that suggests a sacrifice. That's okay. It might be the sacrifice of your time or your energy or something to achieve. Sometimes you want to do something, but yeah, there's a price to pay in achieving your goals and your ambitions. Okay, so just remember, if you've got a project or something you want to do, it's going to probably need a bit more time or a bit more energy than what you're bargaining on. There's a bit more that you have to put into it. They're showing me a clock, a watch, and they're going like that. That means time. So it's going to take longer, I think, or something could be delayed. about that. Now, they're showing me a gold necklace with a gold heart, and I think it's got a diamond, shiny, very shiny part. I think it's a diamond, and this is about your heart gaining clarity about something, okay? It's probably in a relationship, I would think. Alrighty, that's it, gorgeous Geminis. I hope you found this a little bit useful for you, and if you are new, subscribe to Be Alive and hit that notification bell right now. Have a wonderful month, everyone, and do let me know how you're going there in the chat, or leave a comment at the bottom. Okay, I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.